Welcome, class, to a second clip here for week 1, building up to our discussion questions that are due here on Saturday. I gave you a brief introduction in that first video, and we discussed the new text, which is going to be a focus for us. It's new for me also. I've just got the materials here within this last week. I like it. I'll reemphasize that I do like it. I'm seeing some great things that they've added in, specifically with social media. You might expect that marketing is changing. Social media is driving that, and we're gonna look at that a lot. So we're gonna cover. I'm going to cover just a few things in this clip. Again, striving to keep these things into a 5-6 minute range. Week 1, you're going to have the discussion questions due on Saturday. Do your best on that overview. Those are our learning outcomes, as stated there. I don't expect you to know everything on those first ones. Then you're asked a couple others. This class gets personalized with marketing, is in terms of how can I market myself effectively? How do I differentiate myself? And so I support that with the icebreaker to start with, the personalized SWOT. There's a lot of good value there. I hope it's something that many of you embrace. And then you're asked to consider your strategic plan. This is revisited at week 5 and week 6. There's some critical thinking assessments too, and I will feed you information and documents building up to that. These assessment tools, I think, are also being woven into other core business classes. And it's businesses have noted that critical thinking skills are important, which is based on research. Okay, so research is key. You'll hear me emphasize that. I emphasized it in the number 1 video. I emphasized it redundantly with the screen capture clip I provided for getting into that resource guide. I use IBIS World as an example for when you're getting in there and considering your company selection. So research is key, and these critical thinking assessments are driven by research. So you're going to be expected to provide some research for that. I'd like to see research outside of the text, and I want to see research outside of the company website when we're discussing the project. 600 points project. Week 5 is your toughest week. If you're marking your calendar for when is this thing going to challenge me? It's building this first 2 sections, 100 points. Week 2, 100 points. Week 4, week 5, that's 200 points. Week 6, 200 points. Week 5 is the challenge. Project number 3, that's the challenging project. So that's an overview of expectations there. The text. I'm 2 steps ahead of you, but I'm familiar with the text, other editions. I should throw that disclaimer in there. But there's some new things they've thrown in there. I really like it, and I think it's going to be it's going to drive that kind of value that is going to make this class a little more exciting. The overview, the chapter 1 that you've been assigned, is great. Let's see people differentiate between shareholder and stakeholder. That's one takeaway. You're asked about that in that the overview. Some great information on strategies, market planning, including then again this personalized aspect. Again, we're going to be personalizing this thing for you. And then that chapter 3 is, they jump right in right away, and I like it. They jump right into the social media marketing. They look at a variation on the 4 P's: product, price, place, promotion. That's the foundation of marketing. We'll look at other tools as my mentor laid out. we're building on some tools. You're going to just be getting an overview. I'm not going to expect proficiency with these tools, but an understanding of these tools. Key tool, the 4 Ps. There's variations. Again, the dynamics of marketing these last many years, there's a lot of changes. And so they introduce in chapter 3 the 4E framework for social media, which is exciting. I'll share another little link to an article where the 4 E's are looked at as a replacement for the 4 P's, and I think we'll see a strong tie-in. It'll help you embrace this 4P concept and how it's evolving and changing, as indeed marketing is evolving and changing. So there's a lot of good stuff. Let's focus on the introductions. Let's get to know each other. Let's share some intros, build some community in here. We're going to spend 6 weeks together, get to know your classmates a little bit, share some introductions. Do not hesitate to reach out to me. My commitment is to provide the best feedback I can so that you, what I have found, both as a student and now as an instructor, we crave feedback. How do we grow, without feedback? I want your feedback also. These clips are new. This is take 2. I've already deleted an earlier effort at this second one, but I'm going to probably publish this, and I want your feedback. So welcome again to class. You'll see more of these clips, and let's dig in and have some fun.